Should grab my elevation.
Encouragement. Yes. Good. Encouragement. And push. And push. Yes. Encouragement. So sometimes it's difficult to do a bros on Nuggs when the Nuggets lose. But we know that they just had a 9-game winning streak. And we are well aware that although it sucks that we lost to the Celtics again, we went on a good run, man. We were on a good run. So today's all about encouragement. Yes. Good. And push. Encouragement.
Good one.
Okay. All right. So Bros on Nuggs watched the game together for the first time in a long time.
Year.
A Hawks game. We watched the Hawks game.
The
Part
one
of it.
the
first game.
The first part of it. But this was the first day we actually stood, whatever you want to call it, and watched a whole game together.
Oh, I missed the first half.
That's the problem.
There it is. I was also wearing an Arsenal journey.
Yeah, let's displace blame. Let's do it.
No, I'm trying to take some credit here as well. I mean, not that I want credit.
Arsenal.
I was wearing my
Nuggets Day.
Oh!
I was wearing my Arsenal jersey during the game because I've become so confident in the Nuggets and their play that I didn't think me wearing a Nuggets jersey would make any difference. But Will was also he didn't show up on time.
What'd you learn though, Dave? You told me once you always wear Nuggets gear on game day. Was your undershirt a Nuggets?
No, but I'm trying to make up for it now by wearing this McDice jersey.
McDice, your head's in a vice.
Mm-hmm.
Fit you better than the blue one.
I'll squeeze back into that one as well. This does fit well, though. This old school McDice.
I mean, that is a 48.
Yeah, dude.
Woo-hoo!
Well, in the 90s.
Hey, man, if you can fit that in the 48, that's pretty good.
Thank you. It doesn't seem
I'm
like
wearing a 54 here.
Fit that. You're doing 48? Fuck you, Will.
I'm saying, hey, I can fit in a 40. I cannot fit in a 48.
I think when he was trying to compliment me and got like backhandedly. Yeah.
But tell you this right now, that Mutombo jersey I bought was smaller than that 48.
You think so?
I think so.
The one, try it on, man.
You want to try this 48 on?
No, I don't want that on camera. Hey, man, I've had surgery. I've been on my butt. I'm COVID, all
Just
that.
impressed.
I'm in the worst
You
shape
wanna
of my
try it
life.
No.
You want to try it on?
No, I got my chesticles are bigger than your chesticles.
Are they?
I think so.
All right. Well, whenever during this episode, if you guys ever feel tempted to try this on, I don't mind bearing myself to the world or the 0 people who are watching to see if you guys can fit into this jersey as well as I do.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Will fit into it.
Oh, maybe. He has giant
Boobs. You can wear the Murray one.
Okay. Well, no, I don't want to wear it the whole show, but for a little bit.
Now I feel better about my legs, Dave.
Oh, this is gonna be tight.
Well, this is a nice jersey.
Toy like a tiger.
Okay.
No, guys, in the 90s, a 48 was like a 52.
Wow, this is
Oh
tight.
wow, this is nice.
Yeah, dude, this is tight.
I think this is
A real 48.
Yeah, like I
The
mean,
way it
like you
used to
said,
be.
they used the way it used to be.
Yeah.
Well, we wore things big in the 90s, early 2000s.
This is a 54? Are you kidding me?
This is a 48? Are you
What?
kidding?
Hold on, time out.
Yeah, this is good. This is a good experiment.
This is made in the USA. This is made in a sweatshop in Mexico.
100%.
And by Mexico, I mean China.
Made in heaven.
Made in heaven.
This one was from the Philippines.
Yeah.
I don't know what size it is.
I think you can fit in this. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. See,
Okay.
not that bad, huh?
I'm just, like I couldn't imagine fitting a 48, but this is the original 48.
Yeah, it's the original 48.
Gotcha.
Fits well, doesn't it?
It's good.
For those of you who are tuning into the podcast, Will and I just switched jerseys, and his 54 is tight on me, but my 48 fits perfectly on Will. Tim, want to switch some jerseys? All right. Tim's switching jerseys. Which one do you want to try on?
Okay, here we go.
Can you give him the McDice?
All right, McDice.
Yeah,
Let's do
all
it.
right.
Here's an extra large from the Philippines.
Okay. And try that on.
Here's an extra large from the Philippines.
I remember ordering
Nacho cheese.
I remember ordering those. She was supposed to deliver them, and they never got delivered. So I
Ooh, I like your musk.
thanks.
So now Will is wearing Tim's
Yeah, this is
old
good.
Iverson, and Tim is wearing the McDice,
Hey,
which looks just fine.
yeah, and it looks just fine. Both of you. All of us.
48.
This
Yeah.
is fun.
This is good.
Ugh.
Okay. Well, can I have my jersey back?
Okay.
All right. Thank you. We're just going to go back around.
Musical jerseys. Yeah, looking good.
Looking great. Okay.
Feel good, look good.
You got to look good to feel good, man. Okay.
All right.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
That's teamwork.
That's good stuff, man. That's
quality
really
radio.
good stuff.
Quality radio.
All right. Well, oh man, a rough day today for the Nuggs, but there will be better days. You guys know this. What do you think overall? It's always fun to beat San Antonio back to back, right? Even though we almost caved in that second game. But in the first game, we dominated, like totally dominated. And, you know, that's weird for a Popovich team to be like, they conceded, man. You know what I mean? Like, they were like, yep, you're going to win. We'll stop playing. Isn't that weird
Mm-hmm.
from a Popovich team? And then in the second game, we had a rough third quarter, and then we had to battle it out, but we still ended up winning, even though they had the last shot. A little bit of controversy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So are you guys going to talk today, or do you just want me to talk the whole time?
No. Are we talking about the Celtics or are we talking about the Spurs games? I guess we're talking about the Spurs games.
Encouragement.
Encouragement. In regards with the Spurs, I like it was beautiful ball movement. A couple triple doubles pretty much for Yoke. He's been looking amazing as he has all season. It was really fun to watch because I know it doesn't feel as good as if we were to win in San Antonio because that's hard. But it was nice to see and how much we've been cutting. Our defense has definitely taken a step up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also great to see Monte back. Monte had a great game last game.
Mm-hmm.
Knocked down 5 threes.
Right.
5 for 5 from the 3-point line.
So
And good to see JaVale McGee playing a little bit and some rim protection, rebounding, and pick and dive, knocking down some high flying dunks. No, it was cool to again. I know we've been waiting to see McGee, so I was really happy to see him those last 2 games against San Antonio. That's kind of my and you know.
we're really having a hard time being
MPJ
positive after the Celtics loss.
No. And
Okay,
MPJ was playing great. So, it's to play that well without Murray
Agreed.
has been
To beat the Spurs
really
twice.
good. Yeah, this whole week,
Is that a
4
all right,
games Murray has missed.
So I am a fan of Derek White because he's a Colorado kid, went to UCCS, went to CU, got a big contract from them. But us not playing Jamal, is that sort of a slight to him? Like Jamal would have torn you up. We're good with just playing Compazzo against you.
I think it's a little. Yeah, go ahead, Tim.
Jamal needed some rest.
Is that all it is? It's just
He's
getting
needed some rest for a while. I do like the fact that we were starting Facu over Monte, and this is because Monte's more of a scoring threat, and Facu is not.
Mm-hmm.
And Facu's a defensive guy past the ball, and that's working out better with our starters, whereas our second unit, as we all know, has struggled to score. So then you're putting Monte Morris out there with our second unit who struggles to score, and that dude can make his own baskets. He can outside shots. So therefore, if you have a scoring threat. So when it comes to that situation, I think it's a good call on Coach Malone to play it that way. Obviously, it didn't benefit us today, but it benefited us the last 3 games, especially the 2 against the Spurs. I love beating the Spurs. Everybody, true Nuggets fans understand what it means to beat the Spurs. It's always beautiful. It's always great. I don't care if we win by 10, 15, 20, or 2. To beat the Spurs is a great day.
It is a great day.
It's a great day.
Great day.
The first game, we had some great moments. We won big that first one. The next game, we kind of had a sloppy second half. We had our sluggish third quarter, kind of let him back into the game. What?
I was just seeing if it was an eyebrow or if it was regular hair that was popping out of your hat.
Eyebrow?
Regular hair.
Regular hair.
Okay.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
Lost my train of thought. I do love that Malone got tossed. I think it was great.
I missed that.
It was
man.
overdue.
Oh, man,
It was
great.
overdue, and if you really want to get negative, just let me go off on the way the NBA has been officiating, not just the Nuggets, but Jokic,
Yeah.
who's 36th in the league in free throw attempts, worst out of all the MVP candidates, behind some people who probably shouldn't be getting more attempts than he did, playing for some subpar teams.
Like Jason Tatum.
Yeah, and a couple of people
Not
from
that
Cleveland.
team's subpar,
But a couple of people from Cleveland are shooting more free throws than he is. He's getting less love than other people in the league, and that's bullshit. He's an MVP candidate. He's legit, and he deserves the calls. I've really digressed, and it's Stern's manipulation, a.k.a. Adam Silver's manipulation. How come we're getting no foul calls, yet the Lakers are getting foul calls, and they're without their 2 biggest studs? It's because the NBA wants to see the Lakers play the Nuggets in the first round, and they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that happens. Can't convince me otherwise unless the officiating somehow starts to actually benefit us in any way. But watching Malone finally had it. He lost it. And it was awesome to see. He got up. He started screaming. He started walking out on the court. 2 assistant coaches grabbed him. He kept trying to walk. The assistant coaches pushed him back. And he got tossed, and he started walking off, picked up the basketball, and I was like, kick it or keep it, kick it or keep it, kick it or keep it. I mean, I was really just hoping to see, like a Bobby Knight moment.
Right.
Because, that's how bullshit this refereeing has been. I mean, it was a turnover in the stats. It was a turnover, although Jokic got fouled 3 times in the process of that turnover.
4 seconds, got fouled 3 times.
So, it was just terrible, but I really lit a fire up under the team's ass, and we were able to beat the Spurs twice, which is a beautiful thing. There's a great taste in your mouth to know that you beat the Spurs. I know they're on a down year. Currently, they're 9th, which means they'll get to play in some playoff games. So they're technically a playoff team, if you will, even though the play-ins are different than the playoffs, different than the regular season. It's its own entity. But they're competitive still, and they always play the Nuggets tough, and so. To get 2 from them was great, and today was a downer. But we've been playing great since we got Gordon, and today was just an off day. We didn't hit any outside shots. Yeah, what was MPJ? Last I heard, he was 1 for 11.
Yeah, I think he shot.
I think
more.
he shot some more. Only 1 3 from that guy. It shows you those previous games shows you what we are when we're shooting the ball well, moving and pushing the basketball. We played pretty well the first half today. The second half was very sloppy, and it kind of just went downhill. It was rough, but beating the Spurs twice is great. Love it.
Yeah. You would think after we make an official appeal to the NBA, when it comes to foul calls against us, in particular Jokic, you would think the NBA might review it, look back over some calls, be like, you're right. Instead, you got the officiating we got today, which was
Horrible.
poor,
Piss poor.
and
It's sad.
He's so skilled. You just don't get why he is not going to the line more.
It's sad. It's a travesty.
So
it's a Travis Sham mockery.
I know I shared this with you guys when I came to the game late, by the way. I know I was late. But anyway, I saw an article on the Denver Post in the emails that I get from the Denver Post that said JaVale McGee says Jokic will get calls when he wins championships. Mm-hmm. And while I understand what McGee is saying, I also disagree a lot because let's look at the guys that we're talking about who do get calls. Harden, has he won a championship?
No.
Gets anything he wants anytime he wants.
Pretty much.
Okay. Giannis, has he won a championship?
No.
The first one to win a championship.
Doncic.
No.
See? You don't need to win a championship to get calls in the NBA.
Kevin Durant shoots the 9 most free throws in the NBA, and he's the first one that has won a championship. Joel Embiid hasn't. Giannis hasn't. Trae Young hasn't. Zion Williams hasn't. I guess Jimmy Butler. No, he played in one though.
No.
Yeah. Bradley Beal, Damian Lillard, James Harden, and then finally an NBA champion in Kevin Durant.
Okay, Bradley Beal on that list surprises me. All those other people attack the rim, and you know who else plays around the rim all the time? Jokic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, this is a dude who plays around the rim. Yes, he'll hit threes, but most of his game is a 15 and in type of game, and not ever getting calls, ever. And I just want to see. You know what I really want to see? I want to see his brothers come down one day and just flip out and just start crushing people. Like,
I'd like to see that from a distance.
These 2 big Serbians just like. Blah, 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 blah.
I thought I saw a Jokic brother once at a Chipotle in Denver. He was a big Serbian-looking guy.
What'd you get at Chipotle?
I don't remember. I just remember staring at that dude being like, that's Jokic's brother.
What do you usually get at Chipotle?
I like to get a chicken burrito or a chicken burrito bowl. But what I'm going to say is look at all those the top 5 MVP candidates, minus Jokic, are high up there in free throws per game. They're all ahead of Jokic. So in my eyes, I think that's more impressive of what Jokic is doing point-wise because he's not getting the fouls called. He's still averaging 25-plus points a game, and he's only averaging 4 – what is it? He's averaging – I just had it up, sorry. He's averaging 4.7 free throws a game.
Yeah.
4.7 free throws a game. He's scoring 25-plus points a game, and he's the number 1 MVP candidate. And it's bullshit that you have people out there playing for Oklahoma City and Cleveland who are shooting more free throws than he is. Mm-hmm. You have people shooting from Houston with more free throws than he does. And it's just like Karl Anthony Towns shoots more free throws than he does. Julius Randle, Devin Booker, Rudy Gobert, the dude who canceled the NBA season. He should get 0 calls.
Yeah, he should have 0.
It's his fault we weren't able to play basketball last year. So I mean, when you're looking at it, I mean, it's literally it's bullshit, and it's NBA bias. It's small market, even though some of those teams are small market. But I'm proud of Jokic to still be able to put up the numbers he does and still be an MVP candidate because he's getting it without the love of the NBA.
Yeah, this is what you have to do in Denver, apparently, forever, right? You can be David Thompson, one of the greatest players of all time, and you get 0 love. You know what I mean? You can be Carmelo Anthony, and you can average more points a game, more rebounds a game, and your team wins more often, and you can't get a Rookie of the Year. You know what I mean? Like, this is what it's like to be in Denver, and that's why it's frustrating, dude.
Stat, I'd like to see the free throw attempts that Melo got when he was at New York versus
probably more.
That would be an interesting thing to look up. A very interesting.
Google it.
It's worth a Google.
Google it. It's worth a Google.
Worth a Google.
Worth a Google. Yeah, dude. But encouragement.
No, it's that's why I ended with that's why you should be proud of what he's doing.
Oh, absolutely.
Because he's shooting a shit ton less free throws than people out there that don't deserve to be getting those calls. I mean, it's sad. It's a travesty. It just shows you how biased the game is.
A shame and a mockery.
Yeah, it shows you the bias of the NBA and what they truly value. They value big market teams and they value mediocre players, not a true talent. It's just it's sad. And Adam Silver, you suck. You were supposed to change the culture. You're supposed to change the culture, man. You didn't, man. You didn't. You've made it worse. The fact that one of the best players in the league is ranked 36th in free throw attempts per game, it's sad. I don't care who he plays for. It's sad. And it's bullshit if he goes on to play for a big market and all of a sudden he's number one. It just solidifies what we're talking about.
Well, let's hope that never happens, first of all. And also, isn't that what makes being a Nuggets fan more fun? Like, for real. Isn't that what it's all about? It's about overcoming things. It's about working harder. It's about, having to, do things that other people just get handed to them. That's what a Nuggets fan is about. And so if you want to be a Lakers fan or a Celtics fan, for that matter, and screw the Celtics, they get franchise calls more than any other franchise. Well, the Lakers get franchise calls, but the Celtics get franchise calls. They're in the East. The Celtics aren't that good, and we should have destroyed them today, and the NBA made sure that we did not. And I'm really frustrated with that. But that's what I like, honestly, about being a Nuggets fan, is you have to overcome all of that. Whenever we win a world championship, it's going to be the sweetest moment. You know what I mean? Because you're not just winning that year. You're winning for every small market team and every person that's ever had to work harder than anyone else to overcome the odds. You are the small business that's trying to make it. It's just going to be sweeter. It'll be sweeter whenever it happens. And it's going to happen, man. The Nuggets will do it. They'll do it this year or they'll do it next, but it's going to happen.
Jokic has only gained two spots on LeBron, and LeBron's been out for a month on free throw attempts.
Oh, wow.
LeBron has been out for 2 months, or for a month, and he's going to be out for another month. And currently, right now, as we sit, LeBron has gone from 19th to 20th, and Jokic has gone from 37th to 36th.
Good, man.
In free throw attempts.
Wow.
Basketball's easy when you're shooting free throws. I'm just telling you. You can accumulate points that way. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Oh, my goodness. All right. Encouragement.
That's what makes me nervous about the playoffs, too.
Oh, don't be nervous.
Ugh. Free throw disparity.
Yeah.
Scares
Free
me.
throw discrepancy.
Yeah.
Who they want at the line, when they want them there. I mean, it's an evil game, dude. It's an evil game.
Okay, we'll move on. There's one more thing I want to say about what really frustrates me about officiating in the NBA is I hate how late whistles are. Like you'll go for a shot, whether it's us or anybody else, and then they'll wait to see what happens and then make the call. It's not like advantage in soccer.
Right.
You can't really compare the two in that regard.
No, not at all. Because
advantage in soccer makes complete sense.
Yes.
It's not advantage. Like, a foul's a foul. Make the call.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate it so much. And then they'll, happen several times today where, boss missed it. Oh, that's a foul. That's a shooting foul, too, by the way. I hate that. That drives me nuts.
Does it drive you bonkers?
Ooh. Grinds my gears.
Does it grind your gears?
Oh, you remember that board game?
I digress. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
Board game bonkers.
Yeah. I do remember the board game bonkers. That was fun.
I don't remember the board game bonkers.
It was we had it. It's don't ask me how we played.
I just remember it was called bonkers.
I remember it was fun.
Did you go bonkers?
I don't know, man.
I always really enjoyed Mousetrap. The board game Mousetrap.
I don't remember that one.
No. You didn't want to be the mouse caught in the trap.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that game?
I just remember the marble going and then hitting the jumping little army guy into the bowl. And
that was not. Those are two different things. He's talking about marbles now, right?
No, there's no marble in Mousetrap.
Right?
It's like
I don't remember that. Touche.
My son has Mousetrap.
Oh.
Okay. And we really didn't play Mousetrap. It was just
marbles.
Ended up just becoming toys of other things when he really didn't even play Mousetrap. Yeah, Mousetrap.
A few more years, he might like Mousetrap more, man.
Well, now we're missing everything in Mousetrap, so
yeah. So now we
thank you for getting my son a game he's not ready for. But anyway, I can't remember. Whoever bought Mousetrap, thank you. I don't know. I digress. Talk amongst yourselves.
Why couldn't we stop Jeremy Grant in the first half when we played Detroit?
Because he wanted to play hard against us, and that Detroit game was a great example of how good we are.
You could say the same thing about R.J. Hampton in the Orlando game.
Well, I mean, in that game, it was R.J. Hampton 7, Aaron Gordon 9 at one point. Early on, they're the only ones scoring early in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I got real frustrated in that game and turned it off at halftime.
None of that matters, man.
Swimming.
Yeah, they were. None of it matters. The W is what matters, and we've been accumulating W's. Encouragement. The Nuggets, since you remember that horrible loss to the Wizards at home back in late February.
Mm-hmm.
What month are we in now?
We're in April.
April, and we are how many days into April?
9, 11.
11.
9.
We're Niner. We're calling in from a walkie-talkie.
Oh, fucking A.
Do you know how
I lost
many games?
2 days.
Shut up, Richard.
Since that horrible loss to the Wizards, do you know how many games we've lost?
3.
2.
4. We have lost 4.
2, 3, 4.
Since February 26th. Since February 26th.
February.
We had a great March.
We have lost
We had
4
a
games.
we had a really good March.
And we had a great, April's almost halfway over. We
Don't
had a great
say
first quarter.
that.
Oh,
Don't you ever say that.
Encouragement.
What I'm trying to say is we've been on a great run, gentlemen.
Yeah.
And yeah, the win streak was cool and all, but even beyond the win streak, we've been playing amazing since late February.
It's been beautiful basketball, guys.
Yeah, beautiful.
Today might be the worst patch, the roughest I've seen him play since early on. And it was just, when you come into things, you always think about the last thing. You don't think about what led up to it. And
Yeah.
so coming in real negative, that's on us for filling off the energy from today and realizing we lost at home. But we got great things, man. I mean, before the game started, Dave, I was real happy. I was talking to you about, ooh, man, we look good.
I'm still happy. We do look good.
Ooh, man.
And then you watch the first quarter and you're like, yeah, we're up 12.
First half, yeah, man.
We're up 12 the first quarter, and we're up. Was it 12 at half? Something like that. And you're thinking, this is awesome. This is amazing. And yet they went on a 33-3 run. A 33-3 run. How do you not score points?
How do you not stop the ball?
Bench, man.
It's the NBA. How do you not get like a bucket here?
Bench.
Ugh.
Bench was bad.
33. No,
I mean,
weren't-
the starters weren't great either.
The starters were in the plus.
Well, we're in the plus.
Yeah, but I mean, like, MPJ wasn't nailing down shots like
Yeah.
No, that's
like you
a
said,
problem.
if he makes what he usually makes, that we win that game.
Correct. If he's shooting 50%, which is what he usually does from the three.
And Gordon didn't put his double digits that he's been out, or he did. If he did, it was quiet.
Yeah,
Did
no.
you see the
Felt like we didn't rebound like we have been when we've been on this win streak. I'd be interested to see what the rebound differential was today.
That's a really good point because lately we've been sending 4 dudes to the rim to get to rebound.
Did we still win the rebounding battle?
No, they had 52. We had 46.
Yeah.
They had 10 offensive. We had 23. I mean, we had
Offensive?
13 offensive rebounds.
Okay.
I went to assists. We had 9 turnovers. They had 9 turnovers. Here you go. They had 56 points in the paint. We had 46. We had 20 fouls. They had 18. They shot 23 free throws. We shot 18. Here you go. No, it's not, they weren't much. They weren't even better than us. They were 7 for 33 from the 3-point line, and we were 8 for 34.
That's a lot of threes.
Well, there you go. 39 for 86 field goal percentage to our 32 for 88.
I think the second half field goal percentage was like 34%.
Yeah, we were not making
It
shots.
was
man.
rough.
Do you guys want to know how many points we scored in the fourth quarter?
12.
8.
Damn, Dave, you're right. 8.
Oh, I don't want to be right.
No.
We won the first quarter, lost the second quarter, lost the third quarter, obviously lost the fourth quarter. 8 points. How the hell? In the NBA, you only score 8 points in a quarter. Effort, officiating, getting frustrated, buying into it all. I mean, I don't know.
You know, we didn't attack. Look at the paint points in the
games?
paint, like you're saying. We've been dominating points in the paint lately, and we didn't attack the rim today.
What game's more important, though, on this back-to-back? Because we're good at back-to-backs, by the way. What game's more important, the game against the Celtics or the game against the Golden State Warriors?
Warriors.
Yeah, the Warriors game is more important.
MPJ ended up with 22 points and 11 rebounds.
Without shooting.
With shooting that much and that badly.
Yeah.
Gordon only had 7.
That's an issue.
Jokic had 17. Barton 13. Campazzo had 14.
Yeah, he's shooting the 3-ball tonight. Well,
Our bench did not do well.
No.
Morris 2.
Yeah, more
PJ 7. Green 3. Millsap 2. Nanji 0.
It was interesting to see Nanji play today.
It was. Yeah.
I like Nanji getting some minutes. I like him.
I like Najee as well. And as you guys were mentioning while we watched, he's going to be a huge part of this team in the next couple of years. So I'm pumped up about that.
I want to. In regards with, I would have liked to see McGee play again, but I know Malone talked about this. He can't play all 3. He's not going to play Green, Millsap, and McGee in the same night. Typically, he just doesn't have the minutes, and it says as long as he communicates with them, that'll be understood. I really thought McGee was going to play today because of a backup center like Tristan Thompson. And usually we have seen Green and Millsap play well together of late. Green before he sat out, the other game dropped like 15.
They've been playing more.
And like Millsap and Green were kind of figuring out a little bit. But I wonder if this and I guess this is the time to do it, right? Figure out your rotations, figure out what you want to do and how you want to do it prior to the playoffs starting. And Malone's a great coach. I'm not saying he's not, but I wonder if you fiddle too much sometimes with some things that really affect chemistry in a game like this.
Well, I don't think he was fiddling with much. I mean, we sat Jamal. This is a good time in the middle of a giant win streak to let him get some rest. You know, like how is that fiddling? That's brilliant, actually.
Well,
you got to sit this dude for 3 games.
Well, I'm saying I would rather see McGee play today.
You guys want to see McGee all the time, and I don't get it. Like I watched. All right, here we go. I watched McGee.
Did you not see him fall down and still get up and make a screen?
Yeah, but
I mean, come on.
I mean,
I also saw him one time fall down and didn't know where to throw it and just throw it completely to the San Antonio Spurs. Like I like McGee. I get that he's
a rim protector.
Yeah, I get that he helps us.
Do you know how he plays defense? It's hilarious. Watch him.
I know.
He bends over and just steps out of the key, and then he steps back. Then he steps out of the guys at the top. He steps up to the top, bent over. I'm in the key. I'm out of the key.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Watch him.
It is.
In his head, he's going 1, 2, 1, 2.
I'm on the other side.
Yeah. Now on the east side.
Yeah.
No, I'm on the west side. I can't swim.
Great movie.
Yeah, but no, I get why you guys are so excited about him. But honestly, today would have been a good day for him to play. But
he should have played.
But we're also making sure. Hopefully, I think we're making sure that people are rested.
Well, I'm just saying the Warriors game probably a good game not for him to play.
Whiteside's out, isn't he? Or is Curry out?
No, Wiseman, and then they don't have anybody else. They play small
Wiseman. Sorry, Wiseman.
So, that's what I'm saying.
Is Wiseman out?
Well, I'm saying after Wiseman, they don't really have anybody.
What I'm saying is one of them is injured. Curry or Wiseman? Which one of it? Wiseman's injured? Okay. So you're right. So you don't need him tomorrow night.
You don't need him tomorrow night.
Yeah.
That's the game to not play.
Well, they're afraid he might be out for the season. You guys want to be on Bros on Nuggs?
What are you guys doing?
You guys have some sugar?
Courage.
Go take that outside.
Yeah, take that giant thing.
Go ahead, guys.
Into the living room. That giant dinosaur.
What are we gonna do with it?
Poop it.
All right, goofballs.
Gents, out.
Go ahead.
Poop it.
Guys, now. Go.
Take the dinosaur.
Yeah.
Nerf gun. I want to get the Nerf gun. Thank you. Does it have any darts in it?
All right,
No.
boys.
Out. Never look down the barrel of a gun, young man.
Careful with your steps. Good job.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. We made it.
I thought he was gonna hit that with his feet.
Oh, I saw it too.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know the Davises can't jump.
Encouragement. You hear Liz yell,
A little late, Liz.
okay. The Detroit game was fun though, wasn't it?
Hey, Detroit game.
Detroit, guys. You guys like Detroit?
Detroit, what?
Yeah. Who's your favorite Detroit artist?
Eminem.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Oh, you know we're
You're
going
leaving
Motown.
out Motown.
Yeah, well, I said, are we going Motown?
Well, I guess not all of them are from Detroit.
I don't know. Eminem for me. I loved Eminem back in the day.
What I thought about the Detroit game was like Detroit wanted to keep running, and I was like, yes, please keep trying to run with us because you'll never match up with us. You know what I mean? And they kept trying, and it was awesome.
We only shot 9 free throws. They shot 20
Are you serious?
Yeah, man.
In
Yeah.
that game
in that game.
where we crushed them?
We shot 9 free throws. They shot 20. Slow start. We couldn't guard Grant. We closed out the first quarter well. Our second unit showed up. Our second unit played better than their second unit. We were able to dig our heels in and get a big lead and enjoy that game.
Yep.
I mean, Grant had a good first half. After that, we kind of slowed him down, but he had the bulk of their scoring for him.
After McGee's first game against the Spurs, he was interviewed, and he mentioned that he brings what is called vertical spacing, which I thought was a really cool NBA basketball term.
Where do you think he picked that?
Would you guys
Vertical
like to explain what that is to me?
Plays above the rim.
No, it's got to be deeper than
No,
that.
he's vertical.
Yeah.
He's not horizontal. He's
Can't
more
be.
vertical.
Yeah, that means he's a rim protector
Rim
and he's a
protector.
pick and dive guy.
It means he's 7 foot and he's got long ass arms. He can jump. He's vertically, he's covering a lot of space.
He's
Yes.
Yeah.
Vertical spacing.
Yes, good.
What a cool.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Encouragement.
What a cool concept is that, like, you know, if you play high school ball, there's no concept of vertical spacing.
If you got a 7 footer,
Should
man.
feel local.
Yeah, I mean, if you got a 7 footer, man, you go, hey, man, you got some vertical space. Man.
Yeah, you can affect the vertical
If your
spacing.
tallest person's 6'3", and you're, I don't know, man.
I need some more vertical spacing in my life.
Do we need to talk?
No, I mean, like, I'm going horizontal spacing. I need more vertical spacing.
You don't get to grow any
You don't grow
taller.
anymore, man.
Yeah, like you get to
It's
shrink.
about
Yeah.
you hit a height, and then it's all about maintaining the horizontal.
Yeah, please don't allow the horizontal.
And sometimes you're losing the battle for horizontal growth, but then other times you get it under control, and it's a never-ending battle. The horizontal growth.
Horizontal spacing. I provide horizontal spacing, McGee. What you talking about? I don't get.
Well, he drinks beer and eats wings.
He provides horizontal spacing.
He likes pizza.
God, I love pizza and wings and beer. It's all good.
He said some pizza.
You know what I love is just like how beautiful this weekend was, like temperature wise, and
Mm-hmm. It's gonna snow.
it is gonna snow again.
Mm-hmm.
I walked 6 blocks, guys.
Good job, Tim. How'd it feel?
Felt all right. I'm pretty sore today from it, but
So you're just in an ankle brace now? Cool.
since
Cool.
Tuesday.
Can we see it? Is it swollen still?
I mean, it's a little. I mean, I don't want to say it. So. Show it to you some other time.
Tis.
Sure.
But look at that. I got
Yeah, got mobility.
mobility. That doesn't hurt.
Look good, feel good, Tim. Look good, feel good. We will be going up to the Nuggets game on the 24th. we play the Rockets. So as mad as I am about it being a back-to-back, we chose a game that we should win.
Mm-hmm.
My question to you guys right now is, do I ask Cody Wise for a spot to film a pregame show?
I think with COVID, I think we'll make a good point with COVID.
COVID and that we're not official media, so I don't think it'll happen. But
What do you mean we're not official media?
I mean, there's like licensing agreements and stuff that he probably has to worry about. But we can ask. Why not? Give it a shot.
Licensing agreements? Are you a lawyer?
I'm just trying to think in Cody Wise's world as a media guy.
I don't want these three guys. I don't want these three guys.
Because then anybody could be like, "What? We're media.
I
Can we ask some questions?"
Do you think there's a certain amount of listeners we have to like be media?
I don't want these guys taking Jaeger bombs and coming in here and talking Nuggets.
You think we're gonna do Jaeger bombs?
Yeah.
I know. We're going old school. Jaeger bomb, Jaeger bomb, Jaeger bomb, Jaeger bomb. You get a bomb, I get a bomb, everybody get a bomb.
Oh man. Okay.
Our hearts will
Well,
explode from the. We probably could just do Jaeger shots with like
Red Bull's probably not necessary.
maybe like a Dr. Pepper little sipper, just get that little.
What if
I should buy a boat.
what what if though, in a long shot, he puts us into like this side room, like a green room, and he just lets us film. We're not interviewing anyone. We just want to film.
Can you imagine some rando coming in when we're trying to do that? We're like,
Excuse us. It's Bros on Nuggs.
bro, we're doing Bros on Nuggs.
If you don't mind.
Cody Wise. You know Cody. That is awkward.
You guys are too drunk for that.
For Bros on Nuggs.
Can we go to the Rio?
Yeah, I think that's a
Go to
great
Sobek.
idea.
I don't know if he still works there. Awesome, but
Do you think
Should
should we make reservations for that now or later?
Later.
can we sit outside
Oh, well, it's supposed to snow.
on the 24th? That's like 2 weekends away.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, yeah, it's 2 weekends away. I
That's
thought
not
it was
next
weekend.
weekend.
Dude,
Sorry,
you okay, man?
Yeah, the pizza and the wings are fighting me inside.
Wings and some pizza.
All right.
Oh,
Well, let's look at the week ahead. Like you said, we got the Warriors.
No, it gets tough now, which is why we really needed to take.
We got the
advantage.
Warriors, and then we got the Heat at home.
Yeah.
Then we go to the Rockets.
Yeah.
Then we have the Grizzlies
Yeah,
at
the Grizzlies.
home. Man, it's not like no 2-game homestands. It's like it's a lot of
Back and
travel.
forth, yeah. No, it
And
gets
then
tough.
we go at Portland, at the Wizards, and then back home for the Rockets game. That's a
Did you
lot.
just say?
we got a
Whoa! Did you say Portland
Wizards?
and then the Wizards? Both at?
No, we're Warriors, not Wizards. Sorry, I did say
Oh, you guys always do that. Why can't you
it's
two
a W.
get it straight? Wizards, Warriors. They're like two different teams.
I blame my
Completely different
dyslexia,
spots.
dude. I blame my dyslexia.
The symbols look very similar.
No, they don't.
No.
Like, why do you guys always screw that up?
I'm three
Because it bothers you,
Get
man.
off me,
We
man.
mess it up because it bothers you.
Hey, at least we're looking. All right.
Okay, I
Yeah.
can look at
So
this.
it's not terrible, but yeah, it's tough. We got
Stop looking.
Warriors, Heat, Rockets, Grizz.
Can you imagine if the NBA was like, and Denver has to go to Portland, and then they have to go on a back-to-back, fly to the Wizards.
Go to DC.
We're gonna send you across.
Who does that? Well, no one does that, and we don't do that to them.
3 time zones.
Trailblazers, Warriors.
How many time zones have you guys ever flown through? Like the most? What's the most time zones? Oh, you've been to Hawaii.
Yeah, well, you went to Australia. That's like 12 time zones.
Yeah, it is like 12 times.
It's not really 12 time zones.
No, it's pretty close.
12 times.
Yeah, no. I
It's
just
a lot,
remember
dude.
like it was one day somewhere that I went somewhere
That's
else.
a long
and it was
flight.
the same day.
It's like you fly to Hawaii and you're like, oh, that's okay. That was about 6 hours. And they're like, okay, step off the plane for a few hours. You're about to be on one for 18.
Yeah.
What was it, like a 12-hour flight?
No,
10?
17.
It was a 17-hour flight?
Yeah, no,
Holy-
15. It was a
holy
15-hour
shit.
flight.
I've driven 15 hours in one day. That was rough. I can't imagine.
That was rough. I just remember sleeping and then being 18 and being like, I'll have a beer.
Maybe
And then
that over
sleeping.
international waters.
Yeah, yep. They did an announcement.
We are now over international waters.
18-year-olds.
And all the 10-year-olds like, shots. And everybody else is in the middle of the night. I'm trying to fight.
Exactly. That's what it was.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. I don't know why they announced it.
You could get, it's a 17-hour flight, 15-hour flight. Like, let's add some excitement right when everybody falls asleep.
Yeah.
We're over international waters. I'm going to announce to these 18-year-olds they could drink.
Yeah.
We're going to turn it into a party.
What's the worst flight or maybe drive you've ever had?
Oh, I got mine. I know my drive. I have a drive.
Yeah, let's do it.
Go for it, man.
Oh, okay.
You start.
I don't mind.
Liz and I and my roommate McHenry from college, we did a road trip.
Road trip.
Easy, dude.
Oh.
We did a road trip from or on the floor is fine.
It's empties.
We did a road trip from Swanee down to Florida, up the East Coast, all the way to Buffalo, New York.
Did you get wings?
Yeah.
How were they?
I didn't know where to go.
It's the home of the buffalo wing.
I'm aware. I didn't know where to go. So
Did you do research beforehand?
no, I tried. It wasn't as easy then.
Did you not just pull over to a gas station and be like, "Where's the best wings in town?"
I did not do that. But we went to Niagara, and then we drove to Ohio, spent the night in Ohio, and then I drove by myself from Ohio all the way to freaking Fort Collins.
Wow.
And it was Indianapolis.
Why did everybody else fly? Did everybody else leave?
No, I just didn't want anyone else to drive it.
When did your brakes?
McHenry and Liz.
When did your brakes go out?
Indianapolis.
McHenry.
Indianapolis.
Yeah. So
Brakes went out in Indianapolis.
yes, they did, and I got them fixed. But yeah, from Indianapolis to Fort Collins, straight through, I drove. And I remember about the Nebraska border, I was seeing things like I was hallucinating. I've been driving for so long, I couldn't.
Fear and loathing, huh?
Yeah, kind of like that. So that's my worst drive from Indianapolis to Fort Collins. Worst drive.
Tim?
After you, Will.
So I went and saw Timmy in Fort Worth
Fort Worth, Texas.
at TCU. So that was fun. Getting there at TCU. Well, no. Okay, no, let's talk about the whole trip.
Oh no.
First, like Greyhound bus. First time taking the Greyhound. Going there, going to 7-Eleven that's right by the Albuquerque Greyhound bus stop. Guy pulls a knife on me. Yep, pulls a knife on me. I didn't have any money in my wallet, but I did have 20 bucks in my pocket, so he got away with $20. I don't know. The guy came up to me and he probably didn't even maybe have a knife. I was just some high school college kid. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Leave me alone.
Look at $20, man.
Wait a minute. Hold on. The story with a knife maybe didn't have a knife.
No, the guy came up to me and was like,
"Oh,
yeah,
in your back."
Yeah, something pointing on me, "Hey, man, give me all your money." I don't have any money. I mean, he didn't want to take my car. So I was like,
"Did you not trust your ninja training?"
Did you not say I'm at a Greyhound station? I have no money. I'm riding a bus to Texas. There is no money.
Yeah, here's $20. I got $20. I was like, that sucked.
Yeah.
And then got the TCU. Oh, met Corey, and then when we had fun, had a great trip, and then we were coming back. The bus on the way from Fort Worth to another part of Texas. I can't remember. The bus broke down. Bus broke down. I also have a final that I gotta get back to you, by the way. So bus breaks down. We have to go.
Taking buses?
We have to go all. We didn't have any money.
Did you have a car?
No. Will didn't get a car until he was like
No, I didn't have a car.
This is how you end up taking buses.
But anyway, okay. Thanks. So Corey and I have to come back. I think to Wichita Falls. We it broke down in Wichita Falls, which isn't that far, but we had to come back.
It's actually pretty far.
It's really far.
Yeah.
It's 6 hours.
Yeah.
It's so far.
So I had to come back to Fort Worth. And it was freezing, by the way.
It was back to Fort Worth?
I had to go back to Fort Worth, get on another bus.
Oh, God.
To go.
I should have just driven you guys.
Yeah.
And then so
come back.
I get to Amarillo. And I leave my backpack and my CDs right by my stuff. And I go, I'm like, no, good. I'm good. It's fine. Go to the bathroom. CDs are gone.
Yeah.
I asked people, I was like, did you see anybody take my CDs?
No, dude. No one.
Everybody just fuck you guys.
You think we're paying attention?
No, dude. We don't care.
This isn't like.
Yeah.
We're not all friendly around
Yeah,
here
no one
just because
cares
we're on
about
a
you.
bus. Yeah.
And then I don't have my CDs, and
This is the 1960s.
and at this point, like I was really
Did they
frustrated.
steal your?
Bless her soul, a mom and her baby were sitting next to me the whole ride back to Flagstaff
From Amarillo.
for like 8 hours. I was stuck with a baby and a mom, and I only had one CD.
What CD was it?
And this man lost batteries.
Oh.
It was brutal.
What CD was it?
It was a mix.
Like a mix that like some.
I just
chick
remember
from
it had
high
this
school
on
did.
Project Bitch. Give me your project shit. Well, it's bitch, but Project Bitch by Juvenile and what's his name? Lil Wayne.
Shall we take some time right now to cheers for DMX? DMX.
I found.
DMX.
Listen
So
to
that
this.
was my rough trip, and I missed my final, but in geology.
That is a rough trip. That's a really rough trip. That's completely opposite of mine. I run, like, my brakes literally give out. I can't stop the car in Indianapolis. Like, I can't stop the car, and I exit, and it's a
Brakes plus.
It's a minus
Hey,
and a hotel room. And we go into the hotel room because I dropped the car off at Midas, and the hotel's like, oh yeah, by the way, we offer free happy hour from like 4 to 7 if you guys want to come on down. We're like, yeah, it was awesome.
hey man, good card though.
Oh, but it was Pops' car. I'm pretty sure he
Not Oldsmobile.
he had a
Beautiful blue
he had
Oldsmobile.
he was still had a little bit of that wheel.
Timmy.
Oh, when he took you off the.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Guess my worst driving trip was with the time I hit that piece of firewood.
Oh, dude, yeah, that was
My mom, I was following mom to Fort Worth, and we were just outside of Trinidad. And
Well, it's funny if you don't mind me.
yeah,
You're in the Suzuki, and I'm like, Tim, there's something in the road. He's like, I know.
well, I swerved just enough to where it dented the side. If I hit it
Yeah.
head
Oh,
on.
if you'd hit it head on.
If I hit it head on, it didn't fall.
It's like a
I mean, I
big
saw
old-
mom swerve. I was like, what is she doing? There's like, there's something in the road, and I swerved a little. I got the front one dented real bad. Couldn't replace that rim. The back rim, Dave had to be back to Fort Worth that was it that day or the next day? That day.
No. That day we had to go to Fort Worth. We had to get there
to Fort Worth
because
because
I
we had
had
to get.
I had a flight back. Yeah.
So I remember my brother and I at this Walmart in Trinidad just being like to the guy fixing it, just be like, beat it with a hammer.
Yeah, that's what we said.
I was like, dude, I'll sign a piece of paper saying I won't sue you.
That's
if
what we
something
said.
happens. I was like, we'll
Yeah.
sign something.
Yeah.
I was like, don't worry about that one. I'll just drive the donut. He's like, you're not supposed to drive the donut that far.
but we're
And
going
I was
to.
like, I'm going to. Just because I wanna run back in.
Yep.
And so we finally, it took a couple hours, but we had, first off, we had to get towed back to Trinidad
to the Walmart.
to the Walmart.
Yep.
Took a while to convince the guy. Finally, he did it. We drove from Trinidad, Colorado to Fort Worth, Texas on a donut. You're not supposed to
did.
go over 55 miles an hour.
Oh, man.
Pretty sure we went over 55
We were
miles
going
an
like
hour.
70.
We did everything you're not supposed to do on a donut.
But we made it there.
But we made it. I ended up having two. My parents ended up buying me 2 new rims for the Suzuki. That would be my worst drive.
That was a rough one.
My
The
worst
stress of
the stress, the whole thing. Like, it wasn't like as bad as Will's story. It was just a lot of stress because Dave, we had to get to Fort Worth. It was a 2-hour thing. We didn't get into Fort Worth till almost midnight.
Oh, if not later. It was. I guess it was midnight.
I was once on a flight between Colorado Springs and Denver. With such bad turbulence, people were wetting themselves and vomiting.
That's a
a
flight,
good one.
not a road trip.
No, but
Yeah.
still a trip.
Yeah.
It was
We're
still a
talking
trip,
about
and yet you said flight or road trip.
We're talking about.
All right.
And so I know I digress a little bit, but I was on this flight between Denver and Colorado Springs. Anybody who's ever flown,
Oh, it's a rough one.
understands it's a rough one.
Yeah.
But at one point, this lady just screams, and the next thing I know, I hear a dude throwing up, and then I hear I was towards the back, which I don't know.
Was it that bad? Did people think the plane was going down?
People thought the plane was going down. I could hear the stewardess talking about how this dude up towards the front of the plane pissed his pants, and like how they ran out of puke bags.
Oh no!
And if you've ever done that flight, it's a half an hour.
That's all it
Dude pissed his pants. They ran out of
Right
puke
there.
bags.
is.
They ran out of puke bags, and people were screaming and crying the entire flight.
I do.
I thought, I honestly, at one point, I was like, okay, I'm going to just die between Denver and Colorado Springs. I should have drove.
Right? I should have
That's funny.
No, it's funny. That is a rough trip, by the way. That trip between the springs. That's what it is.
I'm like, oh my God, like, you don't need to scream. Like,
Can handle this for half an hour.
because you get that little like.
Oh, it's the mountains.
Yeah.
Our pilot coming in from Oregon when we were flying home was like, I don't want you guys to freak out, but as we get over the Rocky Mountains, our descent into Denver is going to be a little bumpy. And they're used to it because exactly. And I'm used to it now, which is weird. Like, I'm used to it now. But I remember as a younger child being like, oh my God, I'm going to die on this.
My heart still drops every time you're flying and the plane goes.
Yeah.
I'm so I go, oh, shot. Whiskey.
Oh, dude, do you remember that time, Tim? You might have been a little too young. Yeah. You don't forget that. You don't forget that. You're flying into DFW.
You don't forget that.
You're flying.
There's a plane taking off.
Yeah. We were landing at DFW, and we're
wheels
are almost hit, and then he goes, whoosh,
oh,
and we're like, what? And the pilot comes on, he's like, oh yeah, there was someone taking off on the wrong runway coming straight at us, so we're gonna circle back around and
we were avoided it.
Jumbo
we're gonna circle back around.
Yeah, we'll come back and we'll land. And I'm just like, okay.
You don't forget that. I don't even remember how old I was, but you don't forget that.
There was also another time flying into Dallas, which I don't know why. This is the last one. But the pilot is just going in circles around DFW for probably half an hour, just literally going in circles. And he finally goes, the runways are too busy. We're running low on gas. We're hoping they give us clearance to land. We're like, thank you for being, I guess, transparent.
Thank you for your honesty.
Yeah. Can we land? Can we just land this thing? Oh, man. Okay.
Why does every pilot sound like Barack Obama?
This is what's going to happen.
Yep.
It's going to be okay.
We're running low on gas. We're trying to land this plane.
You might want to put on your seatbelt.
Seatbelts are important. While I understand you want to take your seatbelt off, we're not quite at the taxiway yet.
Taxiway.
What cracks me up.
Is that what it's called? The taxiway? Yeah, it's the taxiway.
I think
where taxis go.
I think it's hilarious. They're like, you can't take your seatbelt off until the plane stops. Like, what's the plane going to run into? Like, once you land, like, what's the point of the seatbelt? Like, what are you going to run into?
You're not going to run into anything. Well, unless the plane loses control, like in Airplane the movie, and like goes straight into the airport. The terminal. Encouragement. Poor Nuggets tonight, man.
One person listened to our entire tangent on poor travel. I applaud you.
You one human being, whoever you are. This is man, I just don't get why we can't beat the Celtics. It's a problem. What is it? Is it Jason Tatum? Do we not match up well with him?
I don't know.
I don't want to talk about
I felt like
I thought Gordon did a good job on it.
I mean, particularly the first half. I was just so frustrated when he pushed off on Barton, like blatantly.
Right, blatantly.
And they were like, no, but good shot.
Just a great move. And then he fouled MPJ on that dunk. Mm-hmm. Remember, he shoves him with a forearm. MPJ gets the dunk down, but
NBA officiating is horrible. It's horrible. It's a travesty.
Couldn't shoot a lick tonight. That's the reason we lost.
And well, that is why we lost. NBA officiating is horrible. It's terrible. It's horrendous.
More synonyms.
That's all I got.
Can you look up some more?
Travesty.
The shame.
Horrible.
That's not great.
Travis mockery.
We did it again.
Okay, synonyms for bad. Terrible. Horrible.
Antonyms for good.
Maybe that's how I should be.
I don't know, man. Substandard.
Wow, you really
inferior.
flipped that on me.
Second rate.
Substandard. Inferior. Second
class. Unpleasant.
Unpleasant.
Disagreeable. Unwelcomed.
Unwelcomed is a good way to describe it.
Unfortunate. Unfavorable. And unlucky.
Lots of uns.
Appalling.
Ooh, good one.
I like appalling.
It is appalling. The officiating tonight was
Awful.
appalling.
Bad. Beastly.
Grotesque.
Disgusting. Yep. Grotesque is on there.
Ooh.
Dreadful.
Wow, man. Nice job, guy.
I looked these up. You came up with that on your own.
I know. Isn't that impressive? Grotesque.
Google.
Oh, you Googled it?
I'm a Googler.
It's a Google. It's worth a Google.
Google it. That's worth a Google. Man, all right.
Our one guy left after we acknowledged him. Come back, one viewer.
That was fun. Good times.
Yeah.
It's a sad way to end a win streak, to lose that way to that team. Excuse me, but we look good. We look good.
Still beautiful basketball, man.
We look good.
Oh, yeah.
We're in a good place. If we could leapfrog the Lakers, not the Lakers, if we could leapfrog, the NBA won't let it happen. But I would love to leapfrog
the Clips.
the Clippers.
The Scissors.
I'd love to be the 3 seed. I'd love the 2 LA teams to be 4 or 5. Let those fuckers fight it out early on.
Right.
Then you only have to go through one LA team. But you know the NBA. The NBA at some point is gonna boom. Next thing you know,
No,
I just can't see the Suns finishing.
we're better than the Suns. We're better than the Jazz.
Yeah,
When did we play the
the
Jazz
only
again?
team, like,
Right.
look, there's a lot of good teams in the West. There's a lot of good teams in the West. The only team that I do not want to see, at least in the first round, is the Lakers, regardless if they're healthy or not.
Oh God.
I don't want to play the Lakers.
Not in the first round.
No, because LeBron doesn't lose in the first round. They're not going to let LeBron lose in the first round.
Yeah,
You
because then
kidding
you
me?
just
The
take.
NBA will not let LeBron James lose
If he
in the
loses
first
the
round.
first round, you take away every
Yeah, the
millions of viewers.
The NBA will not let LeBron James lose in the first
No,
round.
they won't. They won't.
They will not let that happen.
No.
No matter who they're playing.
No, they're not.
So
gonna.
you do not want to play the Lakers in the first round.
Yeah. They'll let Kawhi lose.
Hey, Trailblazers, win besides when you play us. Please.
Yeah, they'll let Kawhi lose. They'll let Dame Lillard lose.
No, they will not.
They'll let the Jazz lose
They
in the
will
first round.
not let
They'll
the
let the
Lakers lose.
Jazz lose in the first round.
Yeah.
Right? The Jazz have been playing great.
Anybody. They'll
Oh,
let any other team. They don't care
they
about
don't
us.
care. No,
Yeah.
they don't care. They'll
I'm
let
saying.
all the teams lose.
You do not want to play the Lakers in the first round.
No, that
You
would
know-
be the worst
know what?
scenario.
I saw a statistic the other day.
They'll let it go 7.
Yeah, they'll let it play out, and then maybe someone hits a miraculous shot.
Sorry, Timmy, what's the stat that we're talking about here that I interrupted?
Oh, actually, I was interrupting you guys.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry that you guys are sorry.
You know what? LeBron James,
Encouragement.
Sorry,
Oh, I thought you were.
this is,
No, encourage.
in my eyes, this right here, and I'm going to say it here, I'm going to say it now. Obviously, you all know me, and those of you who do know me understand that I'm not a LeBron James fan. He's had to play with 25 All-Stars. 25 All-Stars to get his accolades. Now, granted, he's going to get his assists. He's going to get his passes. When I talk about accolades, I'm talking about playoff wins and championships. He had to play with 25 All-Stars. Can anybody tell me how many All-Stars Michael Jordan played with?
Scottie Pippen. Dennis Rodman.
There you go, Dave.
That's it?
2.
Yeah, I mean,
He played with 2.
Ron
Michael
Harper.
Jordan, in his era, when he won
Horace
6
Grant.
championships.
was Horace Grant?
Not
Crenshaw?
Not occurring.
was not an all-star.
I was trying to look it up, I was trying to look it up. Not according to what I saw the other day. I thought I saved it. I didn't save it, but Michael Jordan played with 2 All-Stars during his reign
That's it, huh?
of winning championships, and LeBron James has played with 25, which tells me there exactly. And those players came to him. LeBron didn't have they part
Appearances, all-star appearances, right?
Okay.
All-Star appearances.
Yeah, not necessarily 25 different all-stars.
No, but 20.
All-star appearances.
No, 25 All-Stars.
So he's played with Kyrie, he's played with Dwayne Wade, he's played with Chris Bosh, he's played with
Kevin Love.
He's played with
Let me see if I can find it. I can tell you.
Bob Lee.
Oh, he's now playing with Andre Drummond.
Yeah.
He's played.
I'm
He's
pretty sure
played with
Davis.
Anthony Davis. He's played with Rajon Rondo.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. Interesting.
Good stat.
Stat guy coming through.
Stat guy Tim.
Where is it? I saved it because I wanted to share it. Like, I legitimately just wanted to share it with you
Screenshot
guys,
it.
but
Well, we
Good
can,
stat,
keep, we
Tim.
can keep naming him. He's played with more. He's played with.
maybe I did screenshot it.
Come on. Give me another All-Star he's played with. Come on, dude. Was Kyrie
Bosh? Did you put Bosh in
was
there?
Corver ever? Yeah, I put Bosh in there.
Ray Allen.
Ray Allen. Was Corver ever an All-Star?
Ooh. No, I don't think
No,
so.
he wasn't. Is that it?
Okay.
If we named him, name him. If
Okay,
we
we're
didn't-
talking about appearances.
Yeah, if we named him,
Yeah,
name
we're talking
him.
about
But if
appearances.
we didn't,
Okay, I
name
said
him,
20. It was 15.
you said 25.
Okay, so I lied about 10.
Okay, all right.
We added some 10 in there, but still.
Well, sometimes
Well,
you gotta
it's still-
multiply by 10, man.
Hey, we
The
got
point is it's 15-2. I apologize.
No. I just want to know the
Still like the
All-Stars. And
still like it.
if we
I
named
like it.
them, you can name them. But if we didn't name them, let us have a chance.
It's not on the list.
They don't name them?
No. 10 seasons versus 16 seasons. 5 MVPs versus 4 MVPs. 6 rings versus 4 rings. 6 finals MVPs versus 4 finals MVPs. There you go. 10 scoring titles to 1. Michael Jordan, LeBron.
Well, I don't think that's a bad
9.
LeBron.
9 all defensive teams. Jordan, LeBron 5. How many times has LeBron won Defensive Player of the Year?
Twice.
0.
0. Jordan wins.
Defensive player of the year is hard to win as a guard.
Very difficult. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. No.
Oh man.
Was Mo Williams an All-Star?
No.
No.
This is the list of LeBron's best teammates.
Mo Williams is up
digress.
there.
I digress.
Okay. All right.
Hey, we get it though. That's a good stat, Timmy.
Yeah.
Good stat.
Sorry, I thought it was 25. It was only 15.
Oh no, it's fine.
Well, 15's more than 2. How many All-Stars has Jokic played?
This. You think it's bound to happen? Do you think we're going to play the Lakers?
I don't think it's bound to happen, but I think there is some weird thing.
I feel
shaping up.
I feel like it.
I agree. I think
The
there's some
NBA
weird.
Well, the NBA doesn't want to see 2 LA teams play each other in the first round.
No, I do.
Although, if you ask me, it's good for basketball to get one of the LA teams out of there.
What's good for basketball and what's good for ratings are totally different things. Like what's good for basketball and what's good for money are 2 different things. And that's what sucks about living in America. I mean, let's be real. Like what's good for everyone and what's good for money are 2 different things. And that's
that's socialist.
yeah, that's where we are, man. That's where we are. And it sucks. And sometimes they coalesce and they come together and it fits perfectly. But most of the time, what's good for people is not good for money.
It's good for the goose, isn't good for the gander.
Correct. Yeah. And that's what basketball is. I mean, it's all money, dude. I mean, look at the NFL. Look at it, man.
I hate Tom Brady.
How much?
I hate Tom Brady.
You really hate Tom
Comes
Brady.
out, I hate Brady.
You know what? I got a lot of respect for his backup quarterback who helped him walk off the boat and held him upright when he was too drunk to understand what was going on. But also, you know what? That dude does not eat a lot. He does not have a lot of
Is he a
substance.
vegan?
Pretty much. He doesn't have a lot of substance in his belly. So when that dude gets drunk, he gets tossed really easily. And by the way, everybody who's mad about him throwing the Super Bowl trophy, when you've won 7 of them, who cares if you drop one in the bay? You know? Who cares?
I do know.
Who cares?
Melvin. Good talk, you guys.
Encouragement.
Yes. You got anything else to address?
Good.
Tim?
Push.
Yes.
When you're in Hawaii,
Mm-hmm.
how many dudes like that did you like encounter on the daily?
There's tons on the beach.
Yeah. Just
Dude.
dudes with long, flowing hair.
Yeah, and you're just sitting there drinking your cooler beer, being like, I might go get in the water. And you look over there and you're like, well, that guy looks like a douchebag. AKA, I'm drunk and he's in shape, and I tell us that he's talking to those hot ladies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All over Hawaii is a cesspool for that. But then again, they look at you as a white person and you're a guest on their island anyways. So
And you need to recognize that.
and you need to respect it. So
yeah, exactly.
let me just sit there and drink my beers and get in the ocean when I get hot and pray I don't get bit by a shark. That was my life.
There's lots of sharks.
Right.
Cage in the water. You in the water. Sharks in the water. 25.
Oh man, Kauai is so cool though.
Love Kauai. Scuba diving in Kauai. I did some snorkeling out there when I lived out there, and scuba diving. Both were freaking awesome.
I wonder if that's how Kawhi Leonard got his name.
Scuba diving
From
in
Kauai?
Maui. Scuba diving in Maui was pretty sick.
I want to go to Maui. Never.
Maui was pretty sweet. That black sand beach we went to. You drive down the Hana Highway.
Is it black sand because it's from the volcano?
Mm-hmm.
It's
It was pretty freaking sick. We didn't spend a whole lot of time
is it
there.
fine sand?
Mm-hmm.
But it's black.
But it's black.
Interesting.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah, that was a cool place. Like obviously when you're in Maui, you're resort, but you take that Hana Highway, not haunted Hana. It leads to this small little town / village area. And there's some like condos and stuff, but it's not like really big developed, and it's on this black sand beach. And I was like, damn.
Oh, that's cool.
I was like, this is where I would want to be.
That's where I would get a condo.
That's where I would. I don't want to be over there. I don't want to be over there by everybody vacation.
I have a dream of like when I'm older, maybe if we're all fortunate enough, of like having a place.
Timeshare.
Yep, timeshare. Just somewhere on a beach somewhere. And then having obviously a place in Colorado. But another place, like it's called privilege, man. But
I'd want to do Hawaii, man. I love Hawaii. I haven't really been anywhere else tropical though. I mean,
why hasn't your dad and mom considered like getting another place somewhere? What are they doing?
I don't know my mom and dad's assets in regards with their ability to buy another property.
Well, they should.
Hey man, have a conversation. Go for it.
All right, I'll talk to them about it.
Like, why don't you own beachfront property?
I really don't see windy.
No, but like Lake of the Ozarks, I see like a Lake of the Ozarks.
I mean, your
if
parents
you
go
own
to
the beach,
Arizona
you
a
own the
lot.
beach and the water?
Why don't our parents like? I've been trying to get them just to get a place in the Springs.
They're really serious about that.
Are they okay?
They're gonna get a place. They're fighting over where they want to live.
Where?
By fighting, their dad has his particulars that he doesn't want to deal with. He doesn't want to have to fix anything up. And I was like, Mom, Dad, I'll fix up whatever it is.
No, you don't want to fix things up though. Like when you're
No, but I mean, like, but the thing is they want to live on the west side, and you might have to buy something that you have to do a little work to.
Oh, on the west side.
On the west side.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's old.
It's old. It's super overpriced.
Fucking expensive,
exactly.
man. It's fucking expensive.
Living in Colorado is so expensive, man.
My house per square foot was ridiculous when we bought it. And
Yeah.
according to Zillow, it's gotten even
It's
more
more,
ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was reading an article.
It's a small house.
Renters can't afford to live here anymore. They're going back up to Denver. Remember when Denver was more expensive?
We're too expensive.
Now we're more expensive.
It's ridiculous. The housing market in Colorado is ridiculous.
No, it's cheaper in Denver than it is here.
What?
Yes.
You could buy, for the price you paid on this house, you could buy a ginormous house in other parts of this country. Like Colorado itself is ridiculous.
Oh, I'm aware that like I could have bought a huge place. This place is cool, man.
This is a big house. But what I'm saying is for what you paid here, you could almost buy a mansion in certain parts of the country.
Yeah.
What about Miami?
No.
No. No, not Miami. What about
Miami?
Charleston? Probably not Charleston.
I know the housing market is more expensive here than it is in North Carolina.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Even on like the beaches and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Even like on the outer
Like
beach?
when you average everything together?
Yeah. Damn.
Like,
The South is cool though, man. I could go.
If you want to move to Mississippi, I'm gonna tell you guys this right here, right now.
well, there's no part of me that wants to move to Mississippi.
If you want to live like a superstar,
Go to Mississippi.
go to Mississippi. Their land is cheap. Their houses are cheap. According to what I hear, I don't know. I've spent a very minuscule amount of time in Mississippi, nor would I ever want to actually live there.
I just know that's the only place in my life I was called Whitey. It was a culture shock. And you know what? I was not offended. I was like, you're right. I am Whitey.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I am Whitey.
Encouragement.
First time I went to visit Sophie at Ole Miss, and we're driving into Oxford, and the state flag is waving, and it had the Confederate flag in it. And like, granted, like this is not a Confederate flag, whatever argument I'm making. I was just like, from where I grew up, I was like, holy shit. I was like, holy
Yeah, you're
shit.
still flying that.
You're still flying that. And then we get into town, and there was a sign for a historical site that was called Coonhead Landing. And I looked at Soph. I go, what is Coonhead Landing? Oh, she goes, it's an old dock with some, it was like some rundown buildings. And she goes, what's really funny is there's another one on the other side. And without even thinking, I go, slave trade. I'm like, that's where they traded slaves. And she's like, no. And I looked it up, and I was like, slaves.
Is this where you grew up?
Yep.
This is where you went to college?
But the thing is like that's me coming from Colorado, where we're like used to one thing, and that's someone from a great family living in a different part of the country who you're around that all the time, and you're born in it. So like when you see that thing, you're like, oh, who's nothing. I'm like, no, they are some black people off there.
Yeah.
Like that's bad. Like,
Yeah, that's bad.
That's bad. Oh, they need to change that name.
Yeah. Why is it still named it?
Why are they still killing that lady? I was like, I don't even know. I was like, oh my god. I was appalled. I was like, where am I?
Right.
Yeah.
Where am I?
Yeah, dude. The South's a different place.
You go to get on campus, and there was like Civil War statues for the Confederacy, and I was like, I'm going on campus. I was like, where am I?
Yeah, dude.
Like I went back in time. It was a trip.
Yeah.
It is a trip. It's a crazy trip that you wish you didn't have to take. You know what I mean? Like, it's so crazy that you have to take that trip still.
Culture shock, man.
I don't know, man. How are we not?
Bob Dylan was singing years ago about the times they are changing, and I'm looking for those times to change, Bob.
Well, maybe we gotta wait for Bob Dylan to die. Then it changes.
Oh, please don't let Bob Dylan die.
Well, he's gonna die at some point.
I know, but listen, it's just a man. Well, damn.
Oh, you can call him man.
Yes, it.
Yes, and
All I could think was Dewey Cox, man.
Yeah.
But the children in the museum.
yeah.
Where are the people saying Dewey Cox? Where are the people saying Bob Dylan sounds like Dewey Cox?
Cox.
Hey there, midget man.
Hey there, midget man.
All right, we're gonna end this
All right,
episode
yeah, we're digressing.
because we're gonna watch some videos, music videos. Love you guys.
Right.
Sorry.
Hey, whoever stuck with us, which is nobody.
Yep.
Thank you.
We'll listen to this later.
Next week we'll be better.
If the
That's pretty
Nuggets
good.
win,
That's a pretty good episode.
It was a pretty great episode.
peace out.